David, how big a blow is it to lose Callum?
Yeah, it is a big blow, but we need to have a look at Callum first. He had two knocks, one against St Helens and obviously one against Wakefield there, which I think the last one there was a bit of concern, and he couldn't actually perform the way he'd want to perform. He's been progressing quite well, but to the credit of our medical staff, they straight away had taken him to the specialist. His knee is very sound. Everything that's the operation that he's had previous, that's not the problem. So it's just bone bruising there. And Callum himself there, he's not able to do or play the way that he'd want to play. So it is going to be a big blow. He is our captain, but which gives a chance to Brett Ferris to captain the side tomorrow night.
Who does it give a chance to in the centres? Could Harry Newman?
Looking at Harry, or just we've got he's got a good chance. I'm just having a look at. There's a couple of players there still to sort out. We had our last run there today, so.
What do you think you'll get from Hull?
They've been very consistent. I went out and watched Hull play Huddersfield. Obviously had a look. They've had a couple of good wins. They're a very experienced side, but I keep reverting back to what we need to do and keep improving. Obviously, last week there, it's certainly as a coach and as a squad, we weren't happy whatsoever in some of our defensive deficiencies. People coming out of the systems or not, I suppose doing their job, I suppose. But we had a real good chat about it. Obviously, again, it's about. We did have a rotation there or a change in that right edge, so obviously we've got to improve that area there. But across the board, I think as a team we need to improve. It wasn't good enough, and it's not the standard that we expect.
Has it got to the point where it's a concern for you yet, the points conceded?
No, may look like that, but I think the second half there at Wakefield there, we just shown there they're just sticking to what we need to do, that we were able to repel them from the line there 3 or 4 times. So we've got to get that from the start. If you had a look at, and I did mention after the game that it's been a couple of games, or 3 games in particular there, where we've just conceded points in our first time there trying to defend our line. So it certainly gives us a real good focus point, and that's what, I've said it from day one there, just looking at this team to improve.
What would a win do against Hull? Is there an issue of confidence at the moment at all?
No, I don't think so. We Wakefield, St Helens, the games we've played, we've put ourselves in a good opportunity there to win those games. We need to learn from those moments. In particular, there, that's the start of the second half there last week against Wakefield. Like, it's just if we're going to be in a situation where we're having some poor errors, we're going to put pressure on ourselves. The good thing, like I always take a positive out of it, that we defended those errors, which was great. But as a team, it's not about confidence. It's about what we do during the week and making sure that we take that out on the field. And that's probably we've shown in certain areas. We've shown in obviously in our attack that the stuff that we're working on, or the areas we're working on in our attack and training there, it's transferring to the game. So we need to obviously do that in defence as well.
Looks like Gareth Ellis might play again for Hull. What can you say about his resilience to still be playing at this age? Because you'll have seen him playing back in the NRL and being a real superstar. Yeah, he was.
He's up there with the, he came after Adrian Morley, and then you had Gareth Ellis coming around, a great player. I went out and watched him, as I said last week there, and still, again, total professional and still playing well. But there's certainly some other players in that team there that we've got to make sure that we or have a good handle on. Certainly we've had a look at what areas there that their strengths, and we've got to make sure. But Gareth, to his credit, very fit, big body. So. He's one of. As I said, there's other strike players there that we need to make sure that we take care of.
Good luck.
Thank you.
How much of a boost is it having Jack Walker and Carl Ablett back available this week?
Yeah, good. Last week Jack pulled out on the captain's run there, so we were unable to use him. Carl has got that experience with the team, so very important. In particular in the games where you're playing a Hull FC that's got a lot of experienced players there, that we just got to hold our nerve, have that composure at times when things maybe not going the way that we should or wanted to be. Jack, I thought was St Helens game was pretty special. Tui done a tremendous job at the back there on the weekend, but having Tui back at the halves, having Jack at the back, probably gives us a little bit more strike.
That match-up between the two sets of halves would be an interesting one tomorrow. They've got quite a settled half-back player in Kelly and Sneed. Yeah,
they're both. Obviously, Albert Kelly come back there last week. I know he's a very good run threat. Sneed, obviously, with his ability to get the team around. So, as I mentioned before, they've got some good strike. They're playing some good football. Westerman in the middle, they are playing some good football, but I go back to we need to concentrate on what we need to do well. As a result, that comes from the processes you go through on the field. So certainly some areas there which we've taken from last week, and we've got to apply there this week, in particular against Hull, who I think quite a big side. So certainly we've had a really good preparation, good week, and we're just looking forward to the challenge tomorrow night.
Carl Abbott's the first of the long-term injured to return. How are the other guys looking, in particular Stevie Ward? He had an operation last week.
Yeah, Stevie's going to be, that's a lot longer than we thought. But again, it's about preserving Stevie's knee. So again, that's going to be a long process there to come back. The other one is Jamie Jones. Just having a look at it, he's getting close. When I say an injury there, which is it's due to impact there, it's a nerve injury, and those sort of injuries take a little bit of time. A bone will heal, and you've got a certain amount of weeks when that'll be right to go. But whereas a nerve, it can be tricky at times. So that's where Jamie Jones is at the moment. Don Crosby, again, seen the specialist there just to have a look at where he is at. So there's still. The team we've got at the moment, or the squad we've got at the moment, is a pretty strong squad. Having Carl back, that's a big positive.
And Callum obviously misses out this week. Will that be a long term, or are you hoping to have him back soon?
Look, I don't think. No, it's not going to be long term. I think the main point there for Callum was just the structural, the actual repair itself. So there's no problems whatsoever. It was sort of, again, their bone bruising. I think for Callum too, just where he's been. And it is a lengthy sort of time to come back from those injuries that, it's just about getting that confidence. And he had 2 bangs in a row, so 2 bangs to his knee there and a little bit of bruising. So we want to make sure that he's right. We want, obviously we want to give that assistance there. So then when he's coming back on the field, yes, he's going to be missed, but we've certainly got a squad there that's very compatible.
What sort of timescale are you looking for Stevie?
Look, that's 10 to 12 weeks.
And that's worse than you thought?
Yeah, look, there's 2 ways you can go on the operation. But again, a surgeon will always go in there and have a look at what the damage is. He was very confident that he can repair that, which is going to take longer.